today, some of these people terrorizing the community are using knife and using sticks and using metals. Next time, they will graduate into armed robbers.
Aguu Community is a group of street children and youth in Acholi sub-region, mostly in Gulu district, that has over time qualified as a criminal gang operating in that area. These children don't have known clans and have been excluded from belonging and are not entitled to national identification cards because of the culture controversy surrounding them. The research that was carried out by Makerere University in Northern Uganda, especially in Acholi Culture on gender justice and security, that is part of global mechanism on researching challenges of development, shows that despite of guns being silent in Northern Uganda after the Rongo War, there is still violence of different kinds as a result of children known as Aguu Community that were displaced by the Rongo War in Northern region.
These are children mainly whose fathers are not known. So what happens is that when the fathers are not known, they are castigated and they are floating in it.
We've now been forced to be involved in criminal activities, and also they don't seem to belong to the society.
According to Dr. Josephine Ahikire, Professor of Gender Studies and also Principal of College of Humanities and Social Sciences, Makerere University, who spearheaded the research, Aguu Community get involved in different criminal acts like killings and raping of vulnerable women.
That these children need belonging. It is a cry, a voice from Aguu, give us social belonging, give us an identity. If they don't, actually, in all discussions, it has been seen as the new war front. They kill, they rape, they do all sorts of things, they steal.
It is speculated that some of these criminals are even armed, yet it is against the law of Uganda for unlicensed civilians to be armed.
And they are armed. Some of them, they don't know where they get the real arms from. So it's a big issue, it's a national issue.
She says that these children long to have a sense of belonging and have experienced this time and time again, but face discrimination and are undermined by the other communities.
That because they don't have known clans, they cannot therefore have national identity cards. So you see that this is a really big issue, but which is almost just securitized as these are criminal gangs. These are not criminals, these are children that have been excluded from belonging.
The research findings recommend the government engages other communities to accept that the northern region was disrupted by war and should not undermine the Aguu community, but rather show them the right way to mingle and associate with the rest.
The Aguus think that the society is a problem and the society thinks that the Aguus are the problem. But if a common solution can be found where everybody lives a decent life and also has a sense of belonging, that will also bring issues of security.
Does that really mean that the child was not born in Uganda? This is an artificial kind of thing that we put as human beings to organize ourselves in clans. But really that should not be the major determinant for a person to get a national identity card. That is something simple that government can do to ensure that these children can belong, can function as citizens.
According to researchers, government should also ensure that the region returns to original social cohesion, though a great deal of work has been injected in, especially in terms of infrastructure. Professor Josephine adds that the Aguu children need rehabilitation to be productive by helping them attain education, adding that failure to give them attention may put the country at stake in the future.
Rehabilitation of the ability to be productive, skills that can enable them to be productive. Those who can go to school can be enabled to go to school. Those who can be helped in terms of vocational skills can be helped. But the bottom of it is that something has to be done and really done quick, because the region is actually going into that silent war that if it becomes of a major scale, it will not be managed.
Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, Honorable Norbert Mao, says that Aguu community bearing guns indicates that there is a significant vacuum in the security of the country.
Aguu, so-called Aguu becoming mercenaries and hired guns is because there's a vacuum by our security forces also. Why should it be civilians to come and cause commotion?
He notes of another vacuum in law enforcement, as well, saying that it's the duty of the government to put these children where they are supposed to be located and rehabilitated.
There is a vacuum in law enforcement. If there was vigorous law enforcement, they would become irrelevant.
JULIUS MUHUMUZA, reporting for Church of Uganda Family TV, News at 8.